Good morning, children. Sai Ram. Welcome to the revision session of Geography Chapter 5 Water. Children, this is the part 3 of this revision session, isn't it? So, in the previous sessions that we did, we learned about the causes of water cycle. We understood or we revised about terrarium. Then we saw major seas, lakes and rivers. We also revised about the total distribution of water bodies. We revised about the salinity. We revised about waves, like how waves are formed, formation of waves, isn't it? We learned about or we revised about how tsunamis are formed. So children, in this particular video, we are going to start with tides. Yes, we're going to start with tides. We're going to revise about tides. We have already learned about it in the previous videos that we did when I was teaching this chapter to you all. Now let us revise. Children, I hope you are going through the videos properly. You are keeping your notepads and pen handy when we are revising, when I am teaching you to write down the important points. So let us begin. Children, how tides are formed? We have already learned about it, isn't it? First of all, let us see what are tides. The rhythmic rise and fall of ocean water twice in a day is called a tide, right? So it is a high tide when the water covers much of the shore by rising to its highest level, and it is a low tide when the water falls to its lowest level and recedes from the shore. So children, what are tides basically? Rise and falls of waves once or twice in a day, right? Now, what happens during high tide or low tide? Let us revise it first. The strong gravitational pull exerted by the sun and the moon on the earth's surface causes tides. So, what causes tides? Basically, the strong gravitational pull by sun and the moon. And what happens exactly? The gravitational pull is exerted by sun and the moon on the earth's surface, and because of that, high tide as well as low tides are caused. So basically, it is the gravitational pull which plays very important role in formation of the tides. So children, we all have studied about planets, right? All the planets, they revolve around the sun in a fixed path which is called orbit, right? Why don't they clash with each other when they are revolving? Obviously, it is because of the gravitational force. Similarly, this gravitational force or gravitational pull which is exerted by sun and moon on the earth causes tides. So what happens exactly? The water of the earth closer to the moon gets pulled under the influence of moon's gravitational force, and it causes high tide. So during the full moon and the new moon days, the sun the moon and the earth are in the same line, and the tides are called, what are they called? They are called spring tides. Yes. Children, we all know that the fluid, it moves very easily, isn't it? So what happens is, during the gravitational pull of the moon, okay, the water is drawn towards it. So you can see the bulge in the picture. Yeah. So when the water gets drawn towards the moon due to the gravitational pull, high tides are caused. A very important thing that you need to understand here is, when the sun, moon and the earth are in a straight line, it is called spring tide. Okay. So now the question arises, what is neap tide? When the moon, okay, is in its first and last quarter, when the moon is in its first and last quarter, the ocean water gets drawn in diagonally opposite direction by gravitational pull of sun and earth, resulting in low tide. These tides are called neap tides. So neap tides occur when during the full moon and the new moon. Okay, during the full moon and the new moon. That is, when the moon is in the first and the last quarter. What happens? The ocean water gets drawn in diagonally opposite direction due to the gravitational pull, and what happens? It results in low tides. Yes, this is called neap tide. So let us understand one more time about the neap tide. So before we move on to the next topic, that is ocean currents, let us understand neap tides again. Tides that occur when the moon is in its first and last quarter. The ocean water gets drawn in diagonally opposite directions because of the gravitational pull of the sun and earth. This results in low tides, and it is called as neap tide. Okay. So let us understand this. What do you think? Are tides useful to us? Yes, tides are useful in number of ways. High tides help in navigation. They raise the water level close to the shores, and this helps the ships to arrive at the harbor more easily. Then during high tides, many fish come closer to the shore. Okay, and this helps in fishing. It helps the fishermen to get plentiful catch. Due to the rise and fall of water due to tides, electricity is generated in some places. So these are the few uses of tides to mankind. So hence we can say that tides are caused due to two reasons. First, increase in the gravitational pull of the moon, and diminish in the gravitational pull of the moon. I hope we all are clear till this. Then springtide, once more, when the moon, okay, the sun and the earth are in a line, in a same line, tides are higher and causes springtide. Now children, on page number 36 of your textbook, you have two diagrams. One is of neap tide and the other one is of springtide. Okay, you have to learn those diagrams. You should be knowing those diagrams, very important from your examination point of view. Now we move on to the next topic, that is ocean currents. Ocean currents are streams of water flowing constantly on the ocean surface in definite directions. Okay. Now the ocean currents can be warm or it can be cold. Very important. Generally, the warm ocean currents, okay, they originate near the equator and move towards the poles. Where do they originate? They originate near the equator and move towards the poles. The cold currents carry water from the polar or higher latitudes, carry water from the polar or higher latitudes to tropical or lower latitudes. Now by now we all know, right, what are tropical latitudes or what are polar or higher latitudes. Polar or higher latitudes is the latitude which is in the polar region, right? Tropical or lower latitudes is the one which is at the tropical region, isn't it? Yeah. So the Labrador Ocean current is the cold current, okay, and the Gulf Stream is the warm current. So Labrador Ocean current is the cold current and Gulf Stream is the warm current. The ocean current influence what? The ocean current influence the temperature conditions of the area, particular temperature conditions of the area. The warm currents brings warm temperature over the land surface. The areas where the warm and the cold currents provide, okay, when it meets, it provides the best fishing grounds. So children, the areas where the warm and cold currents meet provide the best fishing grounds to the entire world. Seas around Japan and the eastern coast of North America are such examples. Children, where the warm and the cold currents meet, foggy air is or foggy weather is experienced. How is the climate over there? How is the weather? It's foggy, and thus navigations in such areas become difficult. Okay. So with this, I end this part of the revision session. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and keep learning.